In the last video, I have discussed about the drainage system of the Asia and discussed about the major rivers of the Asia. Now let us see and know about the rivers that are flowing into the Arctic Ocean. So another name for the river that are flowing into the Arctic Ocean is the North Flowing River. Okay, so the rivers that generally flow northward or through the northern Asia, we are calling them as the north flowing rivers and drains into the Arctic Ocean. So important of them are Ob, Yenisei, Lena, etc. So all this river means this Ob, Lena, Yenisei, all this river originates or rises from the mountains of Central Asia and they flow for a longer distance to join Arctic Ocean in the north. Now let us see these rivers in the map. So this is the map of the Asia and this is the northern section of the Asia. So the rivers that flow into the northern means Arctic Ocean or the north flowing rivers are the part of this northern section or northern portion of Asia. So the rivers that are flowing through this northern section of the Asia, we are calling them as the north flowing rivers. So the important river are this Ob, Yenisei, then Lena, this Kolyma, then Indi-Girka. These are the important or one of the major rivers of the north flowing river. Okay, so all of this means all the river rises from the central portion of the Asia. So the mountains that are present in this central section or central portion of the Asia, this is the source point from which from where all these rivers are rising. They are flowing at a longer distance from the south to the north to join the Arctic Ocean, which is present in the northern section. So during the long severe winters, the mouth and the lower course of this river, so this is the mouth portion of the river and this is the lower course of the river. So this portion of the lower course of the river is present in the frigid zone of the earth. So frigid zone means this region is totally get freezed up during the winter time and get fully covered with the ice. So what happens, the rivers also become frozen and the water that is coming from the upper coast, so this the upper coast is present in the central portion of Asia. So over here the source portion is not getting freezed up, so the source portion is continuously supplying the liquid water to these rivers. But when this liquid water is reaching to the this southern section of the river, that is the lower course of the rivers, during the winter time, what is happening, the river is getting spread over the larger plains, forming the large masses of the swamps. Okay, this rivers means this Ob, Yenisei, Lena, all these rivers are very fast flowing rivers, and the rivers which are very fast flowing has a great energy. So those energy is being utilized to produce the hydroelectric power generation, and these rivers are navigable during the summer time. The next group is the rivers flowing into the Pacific Ocean or the east flowing river. So among the east flowing rivers there is Amur, then Wangho, then Yangtze Kiang, then Sekyang, etc. So all these rivers are flowing into the, draining into the eastern section of the Asia. That is why they are known as the east flowing rivers. So among the all the east flowing rivers, the number one is the Amur. So the Amur is a river which originates or begins its journey at the confluence or from the confluence of Shilka and Argun rivers, but originally this rivers begins from the Yablonovi mountain. Okay, so and flow towards the east to join the Sea of Ostkop. Now let us see the Amur river in the map of Asia. So this is the map of Asia showing the river. So we are studying about the Amur river. So here lies the Yablonov mountain. So this is a part of the central mountain and the plateau physiographic divisions of the Asia. So here is the river Amur. You can see over here it is rising from this Yablonov mountain, which is present over here. This is the source of this Amur river. So the river begins its journey from the confluence of this Shilka river and the Argun river. So in the map you can see that this Shilka river and this Argun river is joining together, and then the name the Amur is being given to this particular river. Okay, so the continuation of the Amur actually originates, means the continuation. So basically this Shilka and the Argun is joining together and forming this Amur river. So if we can trace back this origination of this Amur, we can see that Yablonai mountain is the one which is the source of this Amur river. Okay, so the Amur rises from this Yablonai mountain and it flows towards the east and east or northeast to join this Sea of Okhotsk, and its mouth remains frozen for about 6 months during the winter time, and the reason is that this region is during the winter time the temperature over here drops abruptly, and as a result of that the mouth portion of this Amur river gets froze up. So this is the end of this video. I'll continue with the next of the rivers in the next video. Thank you everyone.